What's up, guys? So today we're going to be taking a look at how Israel strikes Iran's military targets. This video has absolutely went through the roof over the past 3 days. It's got like millions and millions of views and stuff. So I thought, why not get a look at this, guys? It's going to be a good video, I think. Going to be quite informative. So yeah, let's get into it. Before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the comments. It's good to be back, troops. Drop a comment and I'll try and get back to you as best I can.
Israel launched nearly 80 or more aircraft, including in an operation codenamed Days of Repentance at around 2 in the morning. These are the possible routes the Israeli Air Force may have taken to strike Iran.
Right, so we got Jordan there, Syria above, Iraq, and then Iran. Big old area to cover there, guys. Big old area.
Although these routes may seem straightforward, they involve complex planning, including calculations for air refueling and coordinating attack aircraft to pass through Jordan, Syria, and Iraq. They also neutralize potential air defense threats in Syria and Iraq to ensure a safe return in case they were targeted.
Right, so it's not just a matter of targeting areas specifically. These guys have had to obviously take out strategic points to allow these missiles to actually go further than they would have if they didn't do it.
Israel's strategy was to attack Iran in 3 waves. The first wave targeted surface air-to-air sites, radar installations, and Iran's air defense headquarters in Tehran, Elam, and Khuzestan. The second wave focused on destroying ballistic missiles, and finally, the third wave targeted military manufacturing industries. To avoid Iranian air defenses, they used the ROX missiles, which allowed them to strike from positions closer to enemy targets without requiring jets to penetrate deep into Iranian territory. Surprisingly, the Iranian Bavar 373 air defense system performed better than expected.
Wow.
We'll also look into how this air defense missile works and the strength of the Iranian Air Force, all in the video ahead. Let's first look at Israel fighter jets used in the operations. The tip of the spears are the 5th generation F-35 fighter jets, S-16 air defense jets, and F-15 ground attack jets, which covered approximately 1,600 kilometers, translating to around 1,000 miles.
Wow, I'm guessing that's meaning collectively. It's not just going to be one single plane there. Collectively, I would imagine. That makes perfect sense.
While the weapons of choice were the Blue Arrow long-range supersonic missile and the ROX next-generation extended standoff air-to-surface missile. To cover such distances, air refueling tankers were used between flights. This measure was taken in case they needed to engage in a dogfight with Iranian fighter jets, and also while returning from their mission. ROX is Israel's next-generation extended standoff air-to-surface ballistics missile.
Whoa.
What makes this missile unique is that the crew in the aircraft can control and maneuver it right up until it strikes the target.
See, these smart bombs are so effective in warfare today. If you think about the strategies of old, especially in, let's look back at World War II and stuff, when they did the aerial raids, they had to drop a number, like an unbelievable quantity of these things to be somewhat accurate, okay? Destroying everything in sight just to maybe hit one target. Not really cost effective, not really effective in war either strategically. If you look at this area here, I know it's just an artificial intelligent generated image, but if we look at it, it's a few buildings, right? Gone are the days where that whole block would have been taken out just to hit that one place, all right? We can literally strategically hit one of those areas to avoid the collateral damage. So yeah, really good bit of kit indeed.
It also allows the weapon.
I don't know why I said artificially intelligent generated imagery either. It was because I was looking at it on the TV. I don't know what was going on about.
To hit targets that have moved from their original positions. But in area of high threat situation, these bombs typically use a GPS-enabled inertial guidance system to guide them to the general target area, before switching to an imaging infrared seeker for the terminal stage of flight, destroying the targets with deep penetration or blast fragmentation as required.
Wow.
Surprisingly, the Bavar 373 and S-300 missiles successfully intercepted Israeli drones and some missiles. Let's take a quick look of the Bavar 373.
That's like a HIMARS type vehicle, isn't it? Certainly looks like one.
This system uses Sayed-4 missiles, which are housed in 2 rectangular launch canisters. It features a phased array radar system for tracking both aerodynamic targets and ballistic missiles over medium to long ranges. One of the radars used in the Bavar 373 is the Mirai 4, a phase array radar with a range of 450 kilometers, which Iran claims this system can simultaneously track up to 200 targets.
Wow.
The Israeli attack can be divided into three distinct phases: first, second, and third wave, each targeting critical components of Iran's military infrastructure. The first wave focuses on disabling Iran's air defense systems. Tehran, Elam, and Quzes that are some of the region-verified attacks also confirmed by Iran that were hit or partially damaged.
So strategically, I just want to kind of break this down because, warfare, whether it's fought in the air, land, or sea, with the guys, storming trenches, for instance, it technically is all very much the same. You want to weaken up the positions before you then attack them. So a few days ago, we watched a sequence of events where a team of individuals was storming a trench line. Before they stormed the trench line, what do you think they do? They soften up the targets. They did that by, throwing grenades in the general area, taking out, strategic points along the way, allowing people who are defending the area to get their heads down or to be taken out entirely. Exactly the same as what's going on here. Before they can cross over into the trench systems per se, they have to take out the defense systems. Makes perfect sense. You do that by softening up the targets, and then you should be quick. All right, pace is key with this. Why? I know we're talking a bit longer here, but defense systems can be fixed, so pace is key. Destroy them, move in pretty quick afterwards.
Key targets include surface-to-air missile or SAM sites and radar installations, crucial for early detection and defense against aerial assaults. Iran's air defense headquarters confirmed the attacks happened, which aimed to cripple the nation's ability to track and respond to future incoming threats.
Yeah.
While the second wave targets Iran's missile capabilities, specifically focusing on neutralizing both ballistic and hypersonic missile systems. At least 3 missile bases were attacked in a second round or second wave of Israeli strike. IDF drones also targeted the secretive Parchin military base in the outskirts of Tehran, and finally one drone made it through the Iranian air defense and hit the base while others were shot down. These strikes are designed to prevent Iran from launching retaliatory missile strikes.
Yeah, that makes perfect
sense. The third and
sense.
final wave focuses on destroying key military barracks and manufacturing facilities essential to Iran's missile production and military logistics. Targets include the Qadiri Barracks and Hassan Khan Castle, a missile manufacturing and preparation center. The Sepah Air Force Logistics Center and Imam Ali Barracks are allegedly included in this phase to disrupt logistical support and command structures. Israel were trying to target these missiles bases like the Fatah-1 and Fatah-2 missiles. It was used for the first time and is one of Iran's advanced missile systems. What sets it apart from other ballistic missiles is its ability to accelerate outside the Earth's atmosphere.
Wow.
While its aerodynamic control surfaces enable steering to evade the famous Arrow missiles defense system made by Israel. Israel was also looking to strike these ground-launched ballistic missiles that targeted the IDF bases. Iran used variants of the Shahab-3 ballistic missile in its latest attack on Israel. The Shahab-3 is the foundation for all of Iran's medium-range ballistic missiles and uses liquid propellant. From outer space, military satellites will pick up targets like this heavily fortified bunker. The Israeli are also believed to have tested these newly built LoRa missiles. Coordinates data have to brief and assign to a designated attack aircraft to strike with precision without entering into enemy airspace.
Okay.
This is LoRa, a ballistic missile precision engineered for accuracy capable of engaging strategic assets deep within hostile territory, from jet fighters to a heavy mission aircraft like this one. According to the company, Air LoRa can travel across vast distances, delivering fast response impact without engaging their defense systems or encroaching on enemy airspace. It does this by striking from above at a 90-degree angle with supersonic speed. This air ballistic missile can penetrate air defense shield, carrying a warhead that can be guided by GPS and inertial navigation system that is immune to jamming. It is also equipped with a huge warhead that ensures critical targets are neutralized with a single strike.
So basically, whatever it hits, it destroys. It's very accurate at doing so. Going to be really hard to defend against unless you are technologically superior to the enemy that you're fighting against. So, yeah, these you don't want to be in the way of these things.
You might be asking, where are the Iranian fighter jets and how do they compare against Israel in this attack? Let's break this down into several parts. To fight against the F-16 and F-35 jets, The Iranian have the tip of the spear. It consists of American-made aircraft, around 64 numbers of F-4 Phantoms that Iran purchased during the Shah's regime. The F-4 Phantom is Iran's primary attack aircraft and is considered the backbone of the Iranian Air Force. In addition, Iran possesses around 40 numbers of F-14 Tomcats, also American-made, which still have the capability to pose a threat to the...
See, when it comes to all these numbers and stuff, I just don't know the Air Force, guys. It wasn't my bag. I don't really know what the difference is with these planes. If anyone can let me know in the comments, to add a little bit more context what I'm listening to, then you're more than welcome, guys.
F-35. Iran also acquired approximately 30 MiG-29
Now, I've heard of the MiG-29 before.
multi-role fighter jets from Russia, interestingly designed to counter the F-16. The second part of the air defense is the $800 million S-300 air defense system, which is capable of intercepting targets at a range of 120 kilometers that translates to about 75 miles.
Wow.
When launched on a ballistic trajectory, it can reach distances of up to 400 kilometers, that is around 250 miles. Let us look at the basic step-by-step process of how this works. Big Bird long-range surveillance radar picks up a target, which it can track as many as 300 objects at once. This is done in real time. It then passes the information to the command and control station when determining whether a target is friendly or hostile. In this case, the command and control center is involved. Additionally, it chooses to engage the target or receives orders from higher command theater. To do so, the command and control center orders the launchers to fire up the appropriate missile after permission to engage has been granted. The type of missiles are launched depending on the range and type of targets. The system works by launching 2 missiles on the same object. If one missed the backup missile, the send one will do the job.
That's pretty good, like a fail-safe.
These are then guided to the target using the engagement radar. As stated, these are done in real-time environment while they constantly interact with each other to determine the trajectory of the missiles based on the real-time location of the target.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
In case there are low-flying objects, the mobile missed system is the last defense equipment, which it could track cruise missile and other enemy UAV.
So gone are the days where you fly strategically low to counteract the air defense systems. Obviously, this thing's in place to stop that from happening. I didn't know such a thing existed, but, you know, when you see all of the Special Forces movies and stuff, you see the guys going in on helicopters and you've got all the light evasive movements that taking place, movements and stuff. That's what that is. It's to go undetected, I'd imagine. And the reason Hey-Ho and Halo jumps exist from aeroplanes. Interesting.
Command post order the launch of the mid-range missiles and destroy the target.
I mean, imagine seeing one of them things coming towards you merely tens of feet above the earth. Yeah, it's gonna destroy probably whatever's on the ground as well.
At a time, the system could track up to 300 targets and engage around 60 to 80 targets at once. It can also guide up to 160 missiles, simultaneously keeping in mind it required 2 missiles to hit a single target, as their battle regiment strategy requires this process. We also make original engineering content, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell.
I think that's the first time I've actually reacted to any content from AI Telly. Pretty good channel, actually, guys. I'll put the original link in the description. Yeah, really good. Go and give them a follow, give them the support, drop a comment, all that good stuff on their channel. But I think I'll be, hopefully, if they allow us to do it, I'll be reacting to some more of their stuff because I like straightforward information, guys. Sometimes some of these videos just beat around the bush. This is good, straight to the point content. You can't really go wrong with that, can you? But, troops, I've missed yous. I've been away for too long. Some of the comments I've been getting has been really, really lovely, you know, and I'm just glad to be back, man. So if you do appreciate being here, then thank you. Smash the like button, subscribe, share the content far and wide. Let's get the channel up to that 500,000 status in terms of subscribers. I think we can do that soon. Whether we can do that before Christmas or not is a big ask. I would have to get over 100,000 subscribers in a couple of months, but you never know, guys. All right, you know, these things can happen if possible. So, troops, wherever you are in the world, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.